I am the co-coordinator of the capital campaign that allowed us to move into this building. We contacted people both by letter and by interview and in person, and just told them what our need was and what our story was, and people were super responsive to the point that we actually went over our goal of $275,000. Isn't that wonderful?
So how did you guys acquire the money?
Well, I guess with a smile and telling the story. And the story is a good one. We've been here since, I think, 1986, giving out food Monday through Thursday. What we have, we give. What we don't have, we ask for donations from the public and the churches, and they have been pretty responsive. Some seasons better than others. Of course, Thanksgiving reminds us all to give, and we do pretty well with food drives at the school and the churches. Sometimes in the late spring, like now, and heading into summer, people have other things on their mind, and they're not as aware of our need.
Absolutely, yes. And as far as the transfer itself goes, this is a much bigger facility,
Yeah.
And so how is this allowing you guys to grow and maybe even to serve more people?
Well, first of all, our hours have stayed the same, which is 8 a.m. through 12 noon, Monday through Thursday. The staff is here a little bit longer than that. So that way, people know what our hours are, and they're consistent other than for a week's break at Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, we're here. As far as expanding our services, for one thing, we're not tripping over boxes, and it is a minefield after Thanksgiving trying to get through boxes in a very, very small space. So this has helped us, and it helps us see what we have and what we don't have. Before, it was searching through boxes and bags and tripping over each other as well as the food.
How's the community and the people that you guys serve responded to this change?
Well, they're trying to find us. There was a gentleman that bought our old outdoor awning, and while he was taking it down, he said he gave directions to people all morning long. So, but they will find us, and we're in a prominent location in a lovely building, so I think it will work well. It won't take long.
It won't take long, absolutely.
No.
And you guys, I didn't even realize that you guys go back to the 80s or
Yes.
so as far as serving the community. Has y'all's outreach grown over the years? What does that look like as far as the number of people that you guys serve?
Oh, there was a group of ministers, like Episcopal, First Presbyterian, Methodist, I know those for certain, and people were knocking on their doors, their office doors, asking for help. Sometimes those people would knock on every door and get help from every location. Sometimes and often the secretary wasn't there, and so no help was granted because no one was home. So the ministers got together and said, look, we need to do something. And so that's how Henderson Interchurch Ministry was born. And they bought their first building, and the Alford Foundation gave us an equal amount of space. And this was uptown on the square. But uptown on the square has several steep steps. It has no back entry where we can unload food. And so eventually we moved to Highway 64 under the graciousness of Johnny and Cindy Walker, who had an empty building there and gave it to us all these years. We've been probably in that building at least 13 years.
Okay.
And they not only did not charge us rent or taxes, but they also paid the utilities for a very long time. But it got to the point where we needed more space, and that's what the capital campaign was born, and that's what we did.
Okay, I see. And so you guys surpassed your goal of $275,000.
That's
is that correct? And that's
Yes.
by all donations. That's from asking from the community, from churches. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, and the donations themselves were very generous. We didn't specify an amount. We told them, of course, what the goal was, but people were extremely generous. I think they realized that this is a need in Rusk County. Rusk County has a greater need than some of the surrounding counties when it comes to being a food desert and needing help. And it's not only food that we do, but we also help with utilities. Once a year, we don't do telephone, but we do electricity, water, propane, and that has helped as well. So we're not just like a food bank. In fact, we're not officially a food bank, but that's the best description of what I can say.
As far as in the present day, in this moment, what is the need right now?
Well, if you look around, obviously it's food. The food comes in and every bit as fast it goes out. We purchase chicken and hamburger meat. We try to make sure that every box leaving here has protein in the form of meat. We receive a little bit of milk, but mostly it's canned goods. And canned goods are good. That's what people can use in a variety of ways. And we don't do things necessarily like laundry products, soaps, personal items, although we could certainly use those. And we have nothing against giving those out. It's just that the primary need is food.
Primary need is food, absolutely.
Yes.
And to kind of wrap this up, looking towards the future, you guys are settling in. Is there anything else on y'all's agenda to keep on doing, to keep on expanding, or you're like, okay, right now we're just here for the people? What is y'all's mindset right now?
Well, we haven't been in this building. In fact, it's less than a month, so I think we're still getting our bearings. But yes, we have a little bit more land here we may be able to do some things with. We've already put in a concrete driveway. We know that the parking lot needs work, and that will be down in the future. But right now, we're just happy and smiling and glad to be here. We're very grateful to the community, the individuals, the foundations particularly. Rusk County is blessed with a number of family foundations that other counties don't have. And those family foundations have been extremely generous. So I want people out there to know that that's what helps keep Rusk County going. Not just Henderson Interchurch Ministries, but so many of our nonprofits.